Good morning, YouTube. Whoa, my camera turned on there, so with the light, so didn't realize it would be so dark, but we got some good light. I'm gonna do another Sorcery box opening. Sorcery's been just an awesome product to experience. Got some more boxes before the prices kind of started to trickle up a little bit on beta there, so, and decided, you know what, let's open one more, just because it'll be really cool to check out this set. And I've been loving the experience so far, just learning the game and learning about the game and the cards, and there's still so much fun to chase and explore with this game, so it's been really cool to get into it. And you know what, we're home on the weekend after a busy week, why not open another box? That beautiful beta foil with the beta mark on the Sorcerer there, and we'll just get right into it. We actually know what our coalitions are now, a little bit, you know, and we also know there's no Frazettas here in beta, but that's okay because there's still some awesome cards, some curios to find, so exceptional. The Autumn Unicorn and the Giant Shark. Nice mix Ignis right off the start. That's a pretty good elite. The mixes seem to be good cards, good for play. I really think there's a lot of cool potential in those for ramp style play. And then we go to our ordinary cards. Again, just the beautiful art in this. Disenchant's a pretty hot ordinary. Nice, an elite foil in our first foil slot there. Angel's Egg. You know, I've looked at Angel's Egg. I don't know how great that is, but I guess if you bury it deep in your territory, it just gives you some like ongoing life gain clock. So a nice little elite foil right off the top there. Minor Explosion, Wild Boar, Sea Serpent, Teleport, and a Desert. Not bad. All right. We'll make a little spot up top here for foils. That way you guys get to see all the goods. And the sights can be down at the bottom here. We'll make ordinary sights. There we go. All right, let's get going. Always fun opening Sorcery. It's got such a cool vibe. Getting close to having most of the set here too. Will-O-Wisp is our exceptional. Outback Strider and Skirmishers of Mu, and a Seer in our elite slot. Not bad. We've if you check out a lot of builds on Curiosa, Seer's pretty popular avatar. At the start of your turn, you know, basically a non-tap ability to scry away your top card, which is pretty sweet there. So we'll put our Seer in our elite slot there. And there we go, some ordinary cards. Oh, doesn't look like we have a foil this morning, but that's okay, not yet. And the little Humble Village. One thing I think that's really cool about Sorcery too is that even the basic lands kind of play into that colors theme. You know, all the rivers let you flood, the earth territories let you do generate these townsfolk. True Sight Crossbow, beautiful Melissa Benson art on that, so cool. Assylian Cyclops and the Headless Hunt, that's a wild one. Great little Void Walk, exceptional. The start of your turn, it teleports to the top of a random site or void. And Plague of Frogs in our unique slot. Have not seen Plague of Frogs yet. Gorgeous art on that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Summon 7 frog tokens. Wild. That's cool, though. Just kind of populate the whole map. Set up for a ton of coverage. Fireball. Ooh, do we have another foil? Conqueror Worm. Have not seen that card either. Very nice. Another exceptional. Very nice. He's an 8/8. Wow, 8 earth. At the end of your turn, if no enemy units occupy the site, permanently gain control of it. Wow, Conqueror Worm is strong. That's a fantastic elite. So 2 foil elites on top. If you've been following like the Reddit community, there's been a lot of discussion about how many foil uniques per box. You know, some people have hit several. I've had a couple where it hit 2 unique foils in one box, but I don't think that's always the case. Some people report none, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that today. Flanking Maneuver, Waypoint Portal, Nezignath Gnomes, and an elite site. There for us, what do we got in our elite site? Standing Stones. Minions here are spellcasters. Oh, that's great for some of these fire-based decks. So there's our elite site. So coming through pretty good on elites here. You know, we'll just make 1 elite pile, that's fine. We like to binder up all those elites. Ordinaries. Just going through again, gorgeous art. This game's so cool. Land Surveyor, love him. It just, you know, with just being one set of 400 cards and a lot of possibilities and variants, it's been really cool to see that, you know, the meta's not solved. There's not a big tournament deck winning everything yet. So Evil Presence And the Squirming Mass. Boy, we've opened a lot of Squirming Mass. I don't know if Squirming Mass is any good, but I'm sure there's some cool tricks for it. Maybe that's what Earth does with the Squirming Mass, is you have a bunch of town folk around and then let the Squirming Mass populate when they lose combats to make this big thing that comes out. Incinerate, gorgeous art, Deep Sea Mermaids. Again, even the commons have great art, and there's a lot of really cool playable commons. Land Surveyor, love getting him. Boom, a little tower. The air deck loves towers. Moon Clan Werewolf, very cool, gorgeous art on that. Stormy Seas, Psionic Blast, and a Screaming Skull. Whenever the bearer attacks and kills an enemy, it untaps. That's pretty wild. That's a pretty good little piece of equipment there. Put that on the right. Put that on the right creature, and you could do some definite work. Beautiful Melissa Benson artifact there. Great job. Dispel, great card. Grey Wolves, Riptide, Heat Ray, Mage Slayer, Sandstorm. The Mannequin, Palaberry Bats, which is pretty good for the air decks we're seeing built online right now. Has a good little basic creature. All right, let's keep going here. Flaming Sword, one of the colorless cards in the base set. Shield Wall, Monastery Gargoyle, and an elite site, Primordial Spring. Genesis, if you control fewer sites than any opponent, draw 3 sites. That's a great card. Yeah, that, I mean, in the right order, that's a pretty good way to play, especially if you set yourself up for that. That's a pretty good draw 3 cards. Matt Dash. Ooh, we got another foil here in this pack. An ordinary undead, but he's the Voidwalk Spectral Stalker, so not bad. Voidwalk is pretty cool ability. Great foiling on that too. That's just going absolutely wild. Gorgeous card. Unravel, Sandworm, Sleep. Love the art on Sleep. Some uniques we've got our eye out for today is obviously any cores. Still have not opened. This will be our 4th box, and we have not opened a Philosopher's Stone yet. Would love to see it. There we go. Nice little exceptional site. Psionic Blast. The Narcotic Manuscript. Bearer has tap. Reveal your topmost spell and draw it. Bearer takes damage. Oh, okay. So it's kind of a, Dark Confidant type effect in the game. Very nice. Our 2nd unique on the box. So not too many uniques yet. Hopefully we'll see the core. We're also looking for the Midland Princess. Have yet to see her. Death Dealer would be great. Yet to see a Death Dealer. So let's keep going. Apologies for the light too. The winter light caused that to come on, but it's not bad. You know, it's so funny. Anson Maddox, Font of Life, and I believe Font of Youth, or Ivory Fountain or something, has similar art like this from Anson in some of the early sets of Magic. Phantasmal Strike, Mariner's Curse, and another elite site, the Sinkhole. Beautiful art on this Sinkhole. What do we got? Destroy a nearby site. I mean, powerful. This is the strip mine of the game currently. So remember strip mine? It was everywhere when you first played, and then it disappeared, but it's a good card and has a lot of cachet with older players because it's good. And as they continue to make better lands, strip mine continue to be a better answer. Tide Naiads, Sunken Treasure, the Waypoint Portal, and Seasoned Sellsword. Avatars nearby have discard, gain control of Seasoned Sellsword. So that's kind of sketchy. I see that it's aggressive 2 for 4, but you got to keep that away. So that's kind of a whiff. I don't really like cards like that put you in a position to give your opponent anything. You know, let's just play the game. Polar Bears, love those little guys. Spin Attack, Palaberry Bats, and another location. All right, let's go. That's one thing that's still fun about opening Sorcery is still, it's like, hey, we're 4 boxes in and there's new cards. There's still hits and treasures we're seeking. And it's not just like the one treatment of the one. The Felbog Frogman, Slumbering Giantess, Krakemish Chimera. Man, that looks like some stuff you'd find underground in Elden Ring. Can simultaneously attack up to 3 units at the same location. That's a pretty sweet one. That's a pretty good elite. I think Red actually really likes that, especially with how impressive it can be with direct damage and early aggro and a 6 power for 6. Seems to be well costed. Mad Dash, Lightning Bolt, the Bats. No foil here. And just our basic. Okay. Ooh, there's a foil on this one. Kind of slid right off. A little wrapper there. Blaze. Chain Lightning. Deal 2 damage to any nearby unit any number of times. You may spend 2. Wow, that's strong. Chain Lightning is a great burn spell for the air decks. Vanguard Knights have 2+ power if they are alone and you're further forward. Wow, that's pretty good. 4 for 3 is good early. Vanguard Knights. Blasted Oak. We're seeing some love for Blasted Oak. Not the priciest card, but the fact that it kind of like draws these targets for you is really strong. So seen some action on Blasted Oak, certainly. Seen it on quite a few, and that goes in our unique slot. Not bad. Playable uniques are welcome here. A Sea Serpent. I don't know how many of these we've opened so far. Submerge and Waterbound, 4 for 4. It's actually a pretty good ordinary for the water deck. It's waterbound, so it's got to stay there, but not bad. That's what the water decks like to do, is flood. I'm not sure yet, but it does seem like water is one of the colors that is the most like self-synergistic, whereas there's a lot of combination with some of the other colors. But you know, we're early in the game, so who knows? I have no true ability to comment on the meta. I still barely played the game, really. Poisonous Dagger. So we got 2 of the exceptional like colorless equipments, Raised Ed and Wicked Witch, Spellcaster. I don't think Wicked Witch has got much love, but other nearby minions have -2. That's not really what Earth wants to do. Earth is usually kind of seems to be a go wide type of gimmick. So go wide and some mana ramp a little bit. But maybe that's where the witch, you need the witch. You know, you kind of create a desolate area where it's hard for them to deal with while you're flooding another half of the map, perhaps. Battering Ram. Destroys walls and monuments. Very nice. Another exceptional sight. Watchtower. Enemy units atop nearby sites lose stealth permanently. Very good. Colicky Dragonets. Love that Jeff Easley art. Gorgeous. Look at that. And, ooh, Death Speaker. I have not opened a Death Speaker yet. Tap to play a draw site, and you may cast 1 dead minion each turn, and then for 0 if you're on death's door. Whenever you summon a minion this way, banish it. Cool. That's pretty sweet. There's definitely some shenanigans for the Reanimator deck. Very cool, very cool. So that'll go in our elite slot. Nice. We have not opened the Death Speaker yet. Our lovely commons and uncommons. All right. Looking for the big whammy, though. Yet to see the Philosopher's Stone, Core. Those are kind of some of the big chases we're looking for. As a Magic player, I'm obsessed with the cores. I'm like, I want those Moxes. I want Power 9. Monster Hunter. Love that card. Love the game. Kill a nearby monster. That's going to be legit. Rolling Boulder. Fantastic card. Seeing it on a ton of lists. If you compare it to a lot of the like throwing mechanics or other equipments, the fact that units here have tap, give it a push and it rolls and deals 4, that's going to let you set up the map well and create these traps and these lanes for your opponent. Very good. Peregrine Apparition. I believe the Voidwalk deck really likes this one too. It's got high movement. It's airborne Voidwalk, so a lot of cost but a little power. Oh, double Death Speaker. Look at us. Well, there we go. Got a Death Speaker to trade. Nice. Men of Lang is also popular in air decks. I've been looking at air decks a bit this week. Boom. All right. So 2 Death Speakers. Not bad. We have yet to open them. So I think we've got just about all the avatars so far, except the ones that came in the alpha precon decks. Those are really cool. Psionic Blast, Crave Golem, Shifting Sands. It's a Genesis. Reactivate the Genesis of abilities of your nearby deserts. That's pretty wild because you can drop that in between a few deserts and burn again. Great clutch card for the red decks. An Elite Sight, the Dwarven Forge. Anyone may conjure weapons and armor here for 1 less. Not bad. You know, if you're in the red deck running those equipments on your soldiers, which might be good because their soldiers are cheap but not very strong. So maybe equipments are the way with the Dwarven Forge and a Dark Tower there. Torshimar Trinket. The bearer has +1 power at the end of your turn. Return to your hand. Great for the Far East Assassin to throw. Doesn't do much damage, but it's a good little throw for the Far East Assassin. Gives him some power. Whirling Blades. An ally may take 2 steps and then strikes each enemy along their path. There's that, and those Flaming Boots spell really cool, like movement attacks. Burrowing. Allied minions occupying nearby sites have burrowing, so the digging team. And we got the Planar Gate. It's another elite site. Minions here can traverse the void, gaining Voidwalk until leaving it. So pretty interesting there. I see this as less of a Voidwalk deck card and more of an anti-Voidwalk deck card. Ooh, Liz Danforth art too. That's special. Beautiful. I don't know if I've been paying close enough attention to see any of the other Liz Danforth art in the set. So pretty awesome there. Yeah, that's great. Love it. Love it. All right, here we go. Just kind of flying through our commons and uncommons. You know, at our fourth box, we have pretty much seen all the ordinary cards and just about one or two of all the exceptionals. Font of Life, Summoning Sphere. Some interesting hype on Summoning Sphere. Seeing that on quite a few deck lists as well. Letting you kind of set up across the void there, and Drought, and then Angel's Egg, our second Angel's Egg. We haven't opened one, and then we got one today and in foil. So there it is. Cool art. Again, I'm not sure how that gets played. Like, is Angel's Egg the real card? But probably just need to learn more about the meta and find the right deck for it. I think something that makes Sorcery so dynamic is that not only is it sort of the color combinations and that the basic lands do so many things, there's so many interwoven strategies across the cards, and then you figure you can play several colors if you'd like, and then combine all these different mechanics, so there's a lot to explore in this game. Really cool. And then your Avatar Pudge Butcher. I think this card is awesome. I think it's kind of a sleeper, huge power. It's mobile, sure, but for 5, it's going to sit there and do its job, and it shoots a projectile and drags it closer and can fight. I mean, it's a big removal that owns a spot. It's pretty good. Outback Strider. And the All-Terrain Investments. I actually haven't seen this on quite a few lists. Bear has Burrowing, Submerge, and Voidwalk if it's a minion. So nice little piece of equipment. Lets you get around and do the dang thing. Elites, you know, are I believe, you know, you can play 4 ordinary, 3 exceptional, 2 elites, and 1 of a unique in your deck, I believe is the, you know, play restrictions. So having 1 elite card you can draw into to just let you traverse all the terrain is pretty good. Exceptional weapon there with the Siege Ballista. Tap the bearer and another ally, deal 3 damage to any target. You know, 3 is quite a bit, but this is a heavy investment. Like, you need to pay 3, put it on a creature, have another creature, and then pay 3. But again, if you're playing something like Earth, for example, or you have that unique where you have a ton of frogs, like, maybe that's the stuff you could use to do that. You know what I mean? That way you've got the bodies, so to speak. Mudflow. At the start of your turn, surface or unburrow each minion. So good card for resetting burrows. You know, some of those submerged cards that you are looking to do kind of wild attacks with. Pretty interesting. Maddening Bells. I have not seen this elite yet. Spells cast by nearby spellcaster cost 2 more, so some spellcaster hate. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that this game has some of those tabletop kind of gaming mechanics I feel like you'd see in like Warhammer or something too, where it's like, oh, my particular army and strategy is good, but this caused me problems, so I run Maddening Bells to shut down spellcasting decks. Or, you know, like some fun kind of sideboard hate. Love the art on Amazon Warriors. They are so tall. Look at this. Look at this. I love that. Great art on that. Great art on Swan Maidens. The Roaming Monster, just a Jeff Easley classic. Like, you know, Tomb of the Mad Wizard's Fiend or something. You know what I mean? And there's that Wizard's Experiment. Muck Lamprey. Again, beautiful, beautiful art. This Exorcism, love that. This game's so cool. I'm kind of falling in love with Sorcery. All right, Yorkie Bowman. Ranged, takes no damage from range strikes. Seems pretty good to set up. You know, the Earth military decks do seem really cool. Wildfire, pretty wild. You know what I wonder about Wildfire though? It says it takes 3 damage, but what I couldn't tell, and maybe someone could let me know in the comments, does Wildfire do fire damage because it's a fire spell? I couldn't tell that because other spells seem to indicate that, and there are some creatures that are like, don't take damage, from fire sources, which I get, but I just wanted some clarification if that's even relevant. Unland Eel, whenever it submerges, it may drag another minion here down with it. So again, using that flooding submerge mechanic. Oh, a second Maddening Bells, kind of wild collation there. Had not seen one before, and there's 2. Hunting for some uniques. We're very light on our uniques so far on this box, so would love to see some big hits, you know? Obviously, as a greedy little card collector, you know, we're always like, where's our big stuff? Where's the treasure? These lottery tickets. Mariner's Curse, Tide and Naiads, Mooncloud and Werewolf, and Jihad. There's our unique, Jihad. So, yeah, I believe there's a card in every color that lets you may summon fire minions to affected sites, allied fire, like Crusade is the Earth equivalent, I believe. There's one for each color, but I'm not positive. So Jihad, very nice, popular card right now. Oh, and a Wave Shaper in the back. Not bad, not bad. That's one of our ordinary avatars, but we'll take a little Wave Shaper. Very cool. All right. Let's see, are we going to hit a foil here? We're also very light on foils. I mean, we've had 2 ordinaries and 3 elites, but hopefully some more. Shrink, Buried Treasure, the Swithin Scout, and a Flame Wave. Another Flame Wave. Flame Wave seems pretty wild. I wonder if there's something with Earth where you kind of set your witch, bully one half of the mat, let them come through the other lane where it's softer with just a witch to slow them down, and then like Flame Wave them down as a stall, possibly. So there's our elite. Love the art on those Sacred Scarabs, that Melissa Benson art again. I think she also did the little Flame Avatar Lizard at Uncommon, which I love. Vile Imp, very cool. Yeah, the art in this set is just so great. Thunderstorm, ooh, little scratch on the surface of that card off the top there. Psionic Blast and Upwelling. Megamoeba, we've opened quite a few Megamoebas. Again, some beautiful cards, but looking for the big hit. You know, I've heard a lot of people say their big hit's always been like one of the packs of the box or lower down, so hopefully, where's our, you know, we want that core, we want that Philosopher's Stone. Phantasmal Strike, Cave-In, the Mariner's Curse, and a Mirage, another elite site. So we've been heavy on elites and elite sites in this box. When played, you may return a site you play to your hand. Not bad to get some resets on sites with high Genesis, so look for that to be kind of a Genesis reset. Boom, Humble Village. Okay, only probably about 10 packs left, so let's see. Exceptional Tide Naiads, Telekinesis, Sunken Treasure, and Atlas Wanderers. They have Genesis. This site and adjacent site change places, carrying along anything of normal size. That's pretty interesting. So anything but the little tokens, like you can get some shenanigans there. 5 for 5/5 on that. That's an interesting elite. That's for those big brain players to hit you with and really mess up your strategy. All right, coming down to the end here. Another Trinket, another Wayfaring Pilgrim, a Dwarven Digging Team, and the Land Deed Bearer has You Control This Site. Wow. That's some late game, mid game action. Put that on your, you know, your bearer. That's pretty wild, especially for your Dwarven Forge group. They can just pull that out and then go onto another land and you control it. That's pretty cool. I've not seen the Land Deed yet. Boy, I've seen a lot of elites in this box. This box has a coalition of elite cards heretofore unseen. Each nearby avatar heals 3, so there's more for that life gain sort of play style. Interesting. A Floodplain. Once your turn, you may flood an adjacent site. Very strong uncommon. Another Pudge Butcher. Ooh, very nice. The Geistwood. Beautiful, beautiful. That might be our 3rd Geistwood, but Geistwood seems to be one of those great like one-off lands that in the right deck is just going to be fire long term. So beautiful, unique. Love to see it. Probably one of the higher profile lands up there with like Mirror Universe and Pillar of, or that Tomb of, what is it, Pillar of Xeros that nukes graveyards, some other cards, but nothing's going to top my first box having a foil. That's hard one to beat. Oh, we do got another foil here too. Flaming Sword, Monastery Gargoyle, Ormond, Harpoonist, and a Sneak Thief. He's got Stealth and tap, steal an artifact out of the hands of another target creature here and stay stealthed. Wow. That seems pretty good. I think that's a very like meta dependent card because he's going to pull artifacts, you know. But 2/2 stealth and then an ability, not bad, not bad. And Muck Lampreys, oh, not the foil we were looking for there. So pretty light in our foil slots so far. Phase Assassin, Tragedy Worrywart. I love this card. I love its name. Nearby units take no damage from magic spells. Great for your little Earth army to come up with all of your little Garbage 1/1 Spire Lich. If it's atop a tower, is +2 ranged and spellcaster. 3/3. Great for the tower deck. I think that'll see some play. Ascalon Phoenix. Ascalon Phoenix seems awesome. Like if it would take damage from a Spire spell, it gains +1 power this turn and it's airborne. Dropping a big spell, like having this on the board and dropping that big burn spell and having this come in behind seems where you can really do some work with fire. Like a great top end for that. Maybe it's a little pricey. I don't know how fast the game works. Ooh, another elite. Gross Poltergeist. It's 3 and it's got 2 fire as its threshold there for 1. And it's an elite spirit and ghost in the shell. Tap until it leaves the realm. Gain control of a nearby artifact and animate it. It's an automaton with power equal to its cost. Wow, that is some cheap anti-artifact tech. That's pretty great. And look at that beautiful foil. What a cool card. What a cool card. Wow. So it really hitting the elites. Maybe not even the big splashy elites too. We'd love to see more like mixes and things, but still cool. Sunken treasure as opposed to buried treasure. Kind of the same concept. Swim down and grab it. Nice for the water deck, cutting out the other water. Oh, what do we have here? Another unique, the Vaults of Zul. Have not seen this one yet. The first time an avatar stops here, draws 3 cards and skip their turn. Dang, but like, can you move after you tap? Vaults of Zul still seems really good though. Interesting. I wonder if that gets played. Skipping your avatar's turn might hurt, but at the right time, having that ready to draw and just kind of moving around in the backfield doesn't seem bad. Probably that card's not for the Battle Mage, but for the Spellcaster deck, probably. Battering Ram, Colicky Dragonets, and a Frost Nova, a Ratanus Titan, Genesis, strike each enemy here for 6. Dang, another big beast for Earth. An elite giant makes an epic entrance. Love the art on that. That is so sick. Look at that guy. Damn, that's dope. Big boy for the Earth deck. All right, we're down to our last couple of packs. We've not seen a single foil unique in this box so far, so... Ooh, but we got a little shiny back there. Let's see, maybe we'll turn around. Root Spider, Phantasmal Shading, Cave-In, and another elite site, the Astral Alcazar. Units can move between this site and any void as if it were adjacent. Pretty wild, but pretty good to deploy to void. We got a lot of void support cards. Fade, Disenchant, and Mad Dash, another ordinary there. Nothing too special about Mad Dash. Draw a card, then give an ally movement 1. I mean, it's a cantrip with movement, so red is the fast, gotta go fast color of the game. Okay, we're down to our last 3. Did we get a foil unique? No cores too. We're really looking for something good to pop this one up. Looks like there's another foil in here. You can kind of cheat and see it on the edge there. Awakened Mummies, love the art. Again, a dope Jeff Easley art. There was even hype online that this was like a new painting by Jeff. So that's awesome. Poison Nova, really cool card. Sea Raider and Unlikely Alliance. I'm interested to see if that works well for Tower, but the Tower Voidwalk decks do scatter the rarity pretty good. I guess, is it realistic that, the most realistic thing you're going to get out of this is probably to count at least 2 or higher? And is 2 for 4 a good rate in the game? I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. Card drawing's a different thing in this one. Ooh, Critical Strike and foil. Not necessarily the foil we were looking for. We're kind of whiffing here at the bottom of the box. So let's see. It's our last 2 packs. Step. Little dual land on top. Love it. Stormy Seas. Units here with 3 or more power can't enter this site, so a great way to build up your little guys. Ooh, the Midland Army. We have not opened Midland Army, and that's a hot one. It costs 4 green, so you're going to be earthed up. It costs 8. It has 8. So you need to control 8 territories, which is pretty wild. But it hits for 8. Tap to target up to a location up to 3 steps away. Deal 4 damage to each unit there. Deathrite. Summon a foot soldier token to each adjacent location. So, I mean, this thing owns the board when it shows up, and even if they remove it, you spread out an army. So that's a saucy unique. That's a big boy there. All right. Well, down to our last pack. Is this where no cores, no stone, and no foil uniques yet? So is this the big money pack? We do have a foil there. It looks like I can kind of see it. So let's see. Telekinesis, Mariner's Curse, and the Tide Naiads. Highland Falconer. So pretty popular elite. I've seen him on a few lists. You know, you search your hand for a spellbook with a beast with airborne that costs 2 or less and summon it here. Not bad. I mean, that's like that's an awesome turn 2. You know what I mean? You can get that Void Walking Wraith out there, I think, because it has airborne. Maybe it doesn't, and maybe it's not a beast, but still, I think looking at the list, there's probably some good stuff there. What do we got? Pendulum of Peril. Hey, not bad. There's our one foil unique. We did it. It was hiding in the back. You can see there's some track marks on this thing. It's not looking great. But at the end of each player's turn, Pendulum of Peril kills all minions at its current location. So kind of a wild high-end artifact, just removal, but a foil unique. Not too shabby. And there we go. So quick little recap for you guys. Not necessarily the best box, but 1 foil unique and, gosh, 3 foil elites. And I think Conqueror Worm and Gross Poltergeist might see some play. In our rest of our unique slot, we did get a few high-profile ones. You know, we got Midland Army, the Geistwood and Jihad, the Blasted Oak, and Plague of Frogs, which cost very cheap for its threshold. So some pretty fun stuff. Again, Sorcery, looking awesome. Stoked on opening this. Probably going to open some more. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Peace.